Hey guys, Mark Graham here, and this is Big Balls Marketing. Hey guys, in tonight's video, I'm going to be talking about easy online income. It's a topic that everybody's wanting to, wants to know about. I always see this, these searches for this elusive, easy online income. Every time I do my keyword research, it's at one of the top tiers for searches every month. And so I thought tonight I would address that in this video, in this podcast. And guys, it always cracks me up. Let me tell you the first thing that I want to get out in the open right now, the thing that I want to get across to everyone that is listening to this or watching this. Number one, I hate the word easy, and I hate it when people try and use it whenever they're talking about building a business. You know, they're talking about wanting to build a business online. Okay, and for some reason, because it's on the internet, for some reason, whatever it may be, everything is supposed to be easy now. Well, I guess that really depends on what your definition of easy is. For most of my adult life, I have been a plumber. And so compared to plumbing, I think a lot of the online stuff is very easy. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be easy for you, or that doesn't necessarily mean that it matches your definition of easy. I think people that are looking for easy, especially easy online income, whatever that may be, I think most people are just lazy. Okay, lazy online income. Maybe that's what you're looking for. I don't know. Like I said, it depends on what your definition of easy is. Now, to me, whenever I'm looking at business opportunities and I'm looking at one that's online, I already think that it's a pretty easy gig. Okay, but nonetheless, there are still skills that you have to learn. Still some skills that you kind of have to master. There's certain business principles that carry over into the online world just as much as they do in a brick and mortar business. You're still going to have your advertising costs. You're still going to have to do promotions. You're still going to have to market. You're going to have to design things from time to time as in terms of a product or a course or whatever it may be. And so you need to ask yourself, are you looking to go into an online business? Or are you really just looking to win the lottery? Are you just really looking to, you think that this is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and all you have to do is set up a website and people will start flocking to it and all that? Let me tell you something. Here's a myth about the online world, and here's why I like the online world. Let me start there. Number one, real estate in the virtual world is absolutely cheap. It costs almost nothing to get started with some sort of online business, whether you're blogging or whether you actually are taking on, let me look at some stuff here, or whether you're taking on a legitimate, I don't want to say legitimate. A lot of businesses online are legitimate, but maybe a more well-known type of product or service or whatever it may be. The main thing with online, the main thing with the internet is the real estate is cheap, guys. And so it allows people to enter into this industry at a very, very reasonable, if not a ridiculously low price. Okay, so, for about $15, and let's just say you're going to get a hosting account and everything. Let's just say for $100 or less, you could be in business and you could be competing with just about anyone online. And that includes big major companies, big major corporations. You still have the ability to reach the same audiences. And whenever you learn how to do this stuff, whenever you learn web design, or maybe web design is not what you need to learn. Maybe just getting it all together, putting everything together, you can put together something pretty nice just by using some WordPress. You can just use a WordPress blog and some of the different free blogs that are out there. in your cPanel or whatever are going to be able to provide you with a very professional looking website. Maybe you want to go to Wix.com or some other site that more or less builds a website for you, a very professional looking website for you. I've done a lot of Wix websites before, and I thought that I've created something pretty clever and pretty appealing to the eye, and was able to generate some income from those things. So it's not a matter of do you have to be perfect or not. You don't have to be perfect, and you can still compete with these bigger corporations or some of these more seasoned marketers. Now, some of these more seasoned marketers are probably going to do a little bit better than you because there's a lot of things to learn here. And let's just say you're not going to develop your own website. Let's just say you're going to follow a template, and you're going to create your own content, or let's say you're going to use someone else's content or something similar if you're involved with a program of some sort or another. But then there comes some other things, okay? So number one, you're gonna have to learn how to drive traffic to that site. I mean, where do you go to drive traffic to the site? Obviously, you can spend a ton of money on with AdWords, with internet marketing through Google or advertising through Google or Bing or Microsoft, whatever it may be. There's a lot of different advertising platforms out there that you can go with, but I mean, that depends on how much cash you have, how much money you're willing to spend and the resources there. You can do a lot of free stuff through Facebook. You can do some advertising through Facebook. You can do some advertising through Instagram. They're tied together. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but you're going to have to learn how to drive traffic. You can do solo ads. There's tons of different things out here, tons of different ways to do it. Where you can send people, you can easily send people to your site, but it's going to cost you some money. And if it's free, okay, the so-called free advertising that people like to talk about and like to promote, and people will tell you all day long, oh, you don't have to spend any money on your advertising. And it's true, you don't. But if you're not going to spend any money on your advertising, I guarantee you're going to spend a lot of time promoting your sites. You're going to spend a lot of time out there promoting on Facebook through the free methods, using free methods. You're going to spend a lot of time out there, writing articles or posting on different sites or whatever it may be. So the trade-off there is, you're not having to spend a lot of money, but you're going to have to spend a ton of time. And that's the way it's always been as far as I'm concerned, as far as I've ever seen for the free advertising. Now, there's a lot of jobs out there that you can do. There are surveys that you can take. There's affiliate marketing that you can do. I mentioned blogging earlier. You can get out there and you can start creating a blog. But some of these things aren't going to happen overnight, especially like a blog. You can start vlogging on YouTube. You can start making a video every day, and sooner or later you're going to start getting some feedback, and you're going to start getting some subscribers to your channel as long as you're promoting decent content. And one of the articles that I was reading this week was an article about the single activity that most people felt was going to be beneficial for their business. What was going to impact it the most? And the number one thing by far is still content marketing and developing quality content that people really want to know about. People want to see in the whole 9 yards. When it comes to generating an income online, I've always said this, I don't think it's that hard. But there are things that you have to learn, and it's one of the reasons why I'm developing the course that I'm developing. And I promised that this course would be done, I think by August of last year or this year, maybe even before then, May, somewhere around there. To be honest with you guys, I'm still writing it. I'm still developing it. Every time I get to where I think I'm pretty close, I realize that there's about 5 other things that I forgot and that I need to add. because I'm trying to make a very comprehensive guide to show people exactly, step by step, how to get out there and start marketing something online. And in some ways, I've kind of fallen into the trap of worrying about how perfect the system is or whatever. And sometimes you just need to develop something and you just need to put it out there. Well, I could have put something out there by now for sure. But I'm really trying to do something here that's a little bit different. I want to make sure that people really get the information they need. So, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. Like the video if you do like it. If you don't like it, just put thumbs down. I don't care, but take some sort of action. But the only reason that I'm bringing this up is because there seems like a never-ending flow of people that are looking for an opportunity online, and it's just that whenever people start talking about easy online income, to me it's just ridiculous. I don't think it's that hard to do. And I'll give you a simple example, and it kind of goes hand in hand with what some of the things that you have to learn. And one of the key things that you really need to learn is you need to learn how to identify your target audience and a market. And once you identify that, once you identify the audience, and once you identify that market that you want to work in, and you identify the audience that's within that market, then it's a matter of creating that content designed for that audience. Develop something that people are already looking for. People are already searching for. It's not that hard to do. If people are interested in fishing, okay, well, what aspect are you going to focus on in fishing? Are you going to focus on fishing rods? Or are you going to focus on lures? Or are you going to focus on, different fishing techniques maybe? Or maybe you're local and you want to focus on, the hot spots for fishing, for largemouth bass, whatever that may be. I'm not a fisherman, so that's not a big issue for me. Maybe it's, remote controlled modeling, creating RC cars or RC trucks or airplanes or whatever it may be. You can develop something along those lines. There's a ton of different things, and I have always been involved in the work from home niche. I've always liked that niche, working from home, because there's so many people that would like to work from home, and you can create something out here. And I always create courses. I like to create courses that show people how to do things, that show people, for example, how to find that target audience that they're looking for. You can create little books, and you can create, it's all about creating this content that you can promote and sell. Now, one of the things that I'm doing here differently with my training course is I've actually got a program that I'm going to use. It can be a standalone program that you can generate money with. But really what it is a company, they make a suite of tools that helps you promote and market your product, your services, your business opportunities, whatever it may be. And these are the tools that you need to have in the first place to be able to promote anything online. You need to have a hosting account. You need to learn how to build some opt-in pages, a sales page. You need to have an autoresponder. There's a lot of tools here that you're going to need no matter what. And this particular program provides those. And then when you refer people to this program, you get paid for that referral. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of combined it with my Elite Marketing Systems group. And the Elite Marketing Systems group is nothing more than a training platform to teach people how to do this stuff. But back to the easy online income, is that really what it is that you're looking for? Because to be honest with you, it's probably easier just to go down there and buy a lottery ticket, if that's what you're looking for. Guys, nothing's necessarily easy. I don't think it's hard. It's like I said, I was going to give you an example. Let's say I have an audience of people, and they like, let's say, sarcastic T-shirts. Wow. That's not an oversaturated market, but let's just make it. Well, right now we're so politically divided. I mean, you could make it on either side, left or right, Democrat or Republican, T-shirts, and you could mock the other side or whatever. Those would be very easy groups to find. You could go out there and you could do some keyword research, and you could find groups that are pro Donald Trump or hate Donald Trump or whatever, and you could find an audience for those T-shirts, and you could create some simple T-shirts, and you could sell those. And basically, it's just a matter of setting up a website with your products and then promoting those products. You don't even necessarily need an opt-in page for something like that. You're just sending people to a store to kind of look at your products. But let's say you have a business opportunity. Let's say a business opportunity like the one I talked about, the All-in-One Profits Program. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a video telling people, hey, this is a very good opportunity. You really need to check it out, and on that same page where the video is, they're going to have an opt-in box where they can put in their name and their email address, and then they can watch a free video and where everything is explained, and they can see how it works. They can go through my sales page and they can look at everything. They can read testimonials. They can read more about the product, more about the program, the whole 9 yards. And I've got that opt-in page that they opted into. I have an autoresponder that's attached to it. So now those folks are going to start getting some information through email. I can also set up a course, a mini course, to show people how to market online, because I think it's so easy to do. And I can go through that course and show them every little thing that they need. And we'll say that course is free. All they have to do is opt in with their email address, and they'll start receiving the courses or the course through their email. And in my autoresponder, I set up the autoresponder to deliver those courses daily. And that's all there is to it. And if people want to get involved with you, the people that do want to get involved with you, get involved. They spend a little bit of money, and you make your referral income that way. It's not hard to do, but you do kind of have to have a guide, and you do have to have a mentor that will show you the ropes and show you how to get there. And a lot of these things, even though they're not hard, they're simple. Some of these things take a little bit of time to develop. Now, you can also get out there and you can start doing these surveys. There's plenty of surveys out there. But you're basically creating yourself another job. There's a ton of different ways out there to generate income online. I'm always looking for a way where I can leverage team membership, because I like to, number one, I really like to teach people how to do this stuff. But I also like to build teams. And so because I can do that and I know how to do that, people will come to me and we'll start building a team, and I'll start building their team, and until they get to the point where they can do it too. And guys, that's really all it is. But that kind of takes a little bit of time. It may take 3 to 6 months to really get things going. But that's 3 to 6 months. And it's a hell of a lot better than 40 years at your crappy job, or even at your great job. Even the greatest job still has you going to work most days, sometimes in heavy traffic, sometimes that bumper-to-bumper crap traffic. And at the end of the day, you're still working on somebody else's dream. I looked at a meme today, and gosh, I can't remember how it goes exactly, but it's some. Oh, I remember what it is. It said, if you're not willing to take a risk, then be prepared to work for somebody that is. And I thought that was just perfect. Now, what I'm talking about here with our course and our training and all that, it's not much of a risk, guys. Our basic membership is $11.50 a month. The pro membership is $21.76. That's not something that's really should veer you off the course of of wanting to to own a business. I always try and tell people, hey, you want to, you have this low entry fee, but you still want to have a little bit of money to advertise with, and we get out and we show you exactly how to advertise and stuff. So as far as an easy online income is concerned, is there such thing? It's like I said, it depends on how you define the easy. I don't think it's hard, but that's subjective. But I always think it's simple. I don't think it's very difficult at all. As far as the difficulty level, I think the difficulty level is pretty low. But you really need to find a mentor, and you really need to watch what other people that are successful online already. Excuse me, need some coffee. You need to watch what people that are already successful online are doing. Do what they do. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So, guys, this is just my 2 cents for today. It's really something that always gets to me every time I see this easy stuff, and everybody's always talking about easy, easy passive income, easy, whatever. It really depends on what it is that you're looking for. There is an answer for you. You can get out there and you can create the lifestyle that you want. It is going to take some work, though. You cannot do it absentee. It's not going to be something that you're just going to be able to push a button and things are just going to get going for you. There is a process, but it's not hard, guys. It's very simple to do. All you got to do is be willing to get the training, get the education, apply that to the right business model, to the right concept. Make sure that you know how to find that audience. Put that information, that content marketing, that good content in front of that audience. And guys, you're going to see some results. So with that said, take care. Have a great day. And remember, I will see you at the top.